What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, it is your boy, Trey Simpson. We got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. Listen, before we get into that though, man, got to get my check-ins out of the way. Chicago. Chicago is like home now. Chicago been steadily checking in, man. Cali been steadily checking in, man. I got somebody checked in from over the pond. I can't remember where it was though. Can't remember where they checked in from. Maybe they'll check in again, or maybe I'll see it in the next video. Cali checking in, Texas stay checking in, Virginia stay checking in, Mississippi, Alabama stay checking in. Georgia, y'all slipping. Georgia, not just in football, but Georgia ain't really been checking in. Maybe Georgia don't rock with me like that. Maybe Florida don't rock with me like that. But anyway, yeah. Y'all continue to check in and be sure to like, share, and sub to the channel. Man, how'd y'all team do in football this weekend? You know, mine did good. My hometown team lost. They got put out of the playoffs, but honestly, they did good just to get in the playoffs. My Irish are rolling. You know, how'd y'all team do? Bama won. They beat LSU. Georgia got smoked. Yeah, Tennessee won. Yeah, good weekend. So, as my boy DJ Quick said in one of my favorite songs tonight, let's break it down so I can get funky. From the house of, put my eyes on so I can see. From the house of El Gonzo, I almost said El Cilio, El Gonzo, it is the Friday edition. And I'm going to tell you, I really enjoyed wearing this fragrance. No, I didn't get any compliments. I didn't get any compliments at all, but I really, let's make sure I didn't have anything on. Really enjoyed its fragrance. It's crisp, it's clean, it's got an old school vibe. It's a cologne concentration, so you get just a little bit of alcohol twinge when you spray it. But it reminds me of the 90s. I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's that creamy, slight citrus. It just reminds me of, maybe it reminds me a little bit of Rockaware's Evolution, or Kenneth Cole RSVP. It reminds me a little bit of those fragrances, just higher quality, better made, but that's the vibe I get from it. But nonetheless, it's a really nice fragrance, a really good fragrance. Again, I didn't get any compliments on it when I wore it, but that's fine. I enjoyed it the entire time I had it on. I found myself sniffing myself and just smiling. From the house of El Gonzo, it is Friday edition. If I see any more of those, I will definitely pick them up. And that is what I wore Sunday, Tuesday. Your boy skipping a whole day. I'll get to Tuesday. Sunday, Monday. From the house of Ferragamo, Salvatore Ferragamo, it is bright leather. And this is the one that I wore Monday because it was still fairly warm. And as you know, I just got these fragrances last week. And I like them. I do, I like them. Bright bergamot. So a couple of fragrances come to mind when I smell this fragrance, and I'm just going to tell you, if you have these, you probably don't need this. If you have Bulgari Wood Neroli, or is it Neroli Wood? Banana Republic makes either Wood Neroli and Bulgari makes Neroli. I think Bulgari makes Neroli Wood and Banana Republic makes Wood. Bulgari makes Neroli Wood and Banana Republic makes Wood Neroli. Say that 3 times fast. But they're bright citrus style fragrances. Or if you have Mr. Burberry Indigo, I don't think you'll need it either. It's a bright bergamot citrus style fragrance. Now, does this smell good? Yeah, it smells good. It really does. It smells good. But I paid $49 for it, and you know, I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. 100 mil. You know, I have to buy stuff for my channel and to keep doing this. So, you know, it is what it is. So I don't regret the purchase at all. Definitely a warm weather scent, a warm weather banger. Definitely more of a spring, summertime fragrance, early fall. Yeah. Or a controlled setting. If you happen to work in an office or something like that, I could definitely see you wearing this. It's a good fragrance. It's a good fragrance. Bright, bergamot, citrus, uplifting, vibrant. I could definitely see this being worn out of the shower. I picked it up at TJ Maxx for $49. If you see this out, I want to say they have a 1 ounce, so you may be better off picking up the 1 ounce for around the $20 mark. The reason that I say that is if you have a large collection, go with the smaller bottle. If you don't and you're just looking to add something, again, that's bright and vibrant to your collection, go ahead and spend the $50 and get the bigger bottle. You will definitely use it because, again, the performance is not the best on this, so you will find yourself spraying heavy. But from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, it is bright leather, and it's a good scent. I like it. I like it a lot. That was my scent of the day. Monday. Tuesday, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I went back with Lattafa, and I went with, how do you say this? Man, this is a hard name to pronounce. Kawa by Lattafa. Similar to Angel Share. I think the original Kamra is a little bit closer to Angel Share than this one. But is this good? Man, I'm telling you, this right here is just, it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. This is spicier than Angel Shares, but man, is it good. Signature scent worthy, especially fall and winter, signature scent worthy. I mean, it's just a stunning, delightful fragrance. That's just good, man. I can't recommend this enough, especially for the $30 to $35 price point. And I'm gonna probably look on Mercari and go ahead and pick up the original Kamra and have it in my collection as well. But beautiful fragrances. They're both beautiful fragrances. This is the only one I've seen out in a while, so I'm gonna give up the fight and just go ahead and pick it up from Mercari, unless I run to a Burlington or something this upcoming weekend, which is possible, and then I may see if I get it, if I can find it in a local Burlington. But that's just a beautiful fragrance. Moving along. That was my scent of the day, Tuesday. I need to move this over here as well. That was my scent of the day, Tuesday. Wednesday, I went with one that I just picked up. Good smelling fragrance. Again, I did not receive any compliments on this fragrance, but that is fine. It is from the house of Tommy Bahama, and it is Tommy Bahama's Maritime Triumph. And I like the fragrance. I like it. It's crisp, it's cool, it's refreshing, it's easy. For whatever reason, this came off of my bottle. I've never had a problem with any of the other Tommy Bahamas doing that. And I think I paid $23 or $24. If you're wondering what I'm peeking at, I'm watching Game Day Final. I love Game Day Final. I think this is a good smelling fragrance. It's a little bit tropical, a little bit masculine. It's got something in there that gives it a little bit of a tropical vibe. I love the theme of the bottles. I mean, I just think they're great looking. I think that's just a nice looking bottle and looks great in my collection, which is why I display it right there. And again, I paid $30 for those, but I've had those a while. So what I'm trying to say is they've been out a little while. So when I got those, they hadn't been out that long, and they hadn't been in the rack stores that long at all. This one I passed up a couple of times, and it's one more. I think it's in the green bottle that I would like to pick up, but again, it's exactly what you would think that it is. It's exactly what you think a Tommy Bahama fragrance would be. It's fresh, it's airy, it's a little bit tropical, it's easy to wear, it's a cologne concentration, so you're not getting a lot of performance, a lot of longevity, or a lot of projection from it. Now, I will say the Maritime line, in my humble opinion, does perform better than a lot of the other Tommy Bahamas, but still, they are cologne concentrations, and you're just not gonna get the best performance out of them. But nonetheless, it's a good smelling fragrance. Again, think light, think tropical, think airy, think aquatic. Just imagine yourself, chilling in Biloxi or Orange Beach or wherever you go with your taco meat out, and you just chilling, taking it easy, maybe fishing off the pier a little bit, or just, skipping rocks into the ocean or picking up seashells. Just whatever you're doing, it's super cool, super calm, relaxing, and that's what you get with this fragrance. It's a good smelling fragrance. Very office friendly, very office friendly. It's not, again, it's a light fragrance. It's not gonna come off too strong or too overpowering. I really don't think you can overspray this fragrance, especially if you wait and spray it about 10 to 15 minutes before you leave. I really don't think you can overspray it. It's that light, but in a good way, Got it? Tommy Bahama Maritime Triumph, like that a lot. And that was, let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which brings us to Thursday. I pulled out another new fragrance to my collection, and I did receive a compliment. Was that my? No, let me back up, because I got to tell you a story. Let me back up. Bear with me a minute. Compliments. 2 compliments, and I kind of told this story on one of my other videos. I got 2 unsolicited compliments on this fragrance. One young lady was like, how did she say that? She said about 3 or 4 times, "Ooh, it smells good over here. It smells good over here." And then her husband walked up, and she kept sniffing, and she was like, "It smells good over here. You smell that? He smells good. He's got on some good cologne." And the husband just looking at her like, "If you don't shut up and bring your ass on." And it was funny because my bad guy Blake, who is he's on the spectrum, but very sweet kid and very intelligent, but he picked up on it instantly. As soon as that lady left, he turned around and whipped his head around and looked at her, and he looked back at me. "She thought you smelled good," she kept saying. And then he was imitating her, standing there sniffing, which was hilarious. That was the first compliment. And then it wasn't about 15, 20 minutes later, another young lady came up and almost said the exact same thing. "Ooh, it smells good over here. Is that your cologne? That smells good." And it was this. I mean, it's just, and I'm not telling you it's good because it got me compliments, because I get compliments from a lot of fragrances, like Podman body sprays, that I wouldn't dare try to tell you all about because you're not going to listen. I have tried to tell you about them, but you won't listen. But I'm telling you about this fragrance because it's everything that you would want in a fragrance for $30. Presentation is on point. The scent profile is on point. Projection is on point. Longevity is on point. Price point is on point. So forgot about the compliment factor with that one. Now, moving along, going back to Thursday. Another new one that I just picked up last weekend from the house of Perry Ellis, and it is Perry Ellis Red Sky. And I like this fragrance. Again, to me, it reminds me a little bit of Mont Blanc Legend Red mixed with Calvin Klein's Eternity Air. It's very sweet, very airy, but it's a little bit deeper than what you think it's going to be, and a little bit mysterious. And it's a young lady came in the store. I've known her for several years. And for whatever reason here lately, she's been a little flirty. Okay, whatever. Don't bore her, or her. So she walked in and she's like, how you doing? I said, me being me. I said, I'm better now. She said, yeah, I need a hug. So she comes over and she gives me a hug. And there's nobody in the store. She gives me a hug. Get them tick old bitties all up on you, boy. So I'm just like, and she stood there and she was like, ooh, you smell so good. Red Sky. And I told you, when I told you that I got this fragrance, that it would be a compliment getter. It's just got that scent profile. Very simple, very simple, very simple. Definitely not the reinvention of the wheel. You're not gonna confuse this with something from Parfums de Marly or something from Mancera or Montal or 8 and Bob or Nichane. You're not gonna get it confused with any of that. But what you have is I wonder if this is a parfum concentration. Let me if I can see the bottom. I don't think it is. No, it is a toilette concentration. But it's for a toilette, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. Longevity on it was not the best, but it is one of those fragrances that you're going to lose track of, and everybody around you is still going to smell it, because I had lost track of it. But I mean, when somebody stick their nose all up in the neck portion of your body, they going to smell it. But again, it's a sweet fragrance with a little bit of airiness. I wouldn't necessarily call it spicy. Best description I can give you of it, again, Mont Blanc Legend Red mixed with Calvin Klein Eternity Air, and you have Red Sky. And that's a good combination. It almost acts like it wants to go a little bit leathery, but then it just doesn't. It's like it's going in a direction and then it just stops and sits down right there, which is fine because it smells good. Smells good. I had on a sweatshirt too because it gets cool at night and it gets really cold in the grocery store. So, pumping off of that sweatshirt and pumping off of my skin, it did the trick. From the house of Perry Ellis, it is Perry Ellis Red Sky. And this one is a $20 fragrance, $21. Can't hardly beat that. So from the house of Perry Ellis, it is Perry Ellis Red. I almost said Perry Ellis Red 360. Perry Ellis Red Sky. And I think I almost said red because I saw some gift sets of Perry Ellis Red in the other video at Burlington. Didn't put it in the video because, everybody knows Perry Ellis Red, but they definitely had 3 or 4 gift sets there. Which brings me to Friday. And the last day that I wore fragrances, because I did not do anything today, which is Saturday, which at the shooting of this video is Sunday morning, Saturday night. From the house of Tom Ford, it is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme Parfum. Now, I didn't get any compliments on this. But man, do I love this fragrance. This fragrance is just right. It's just right. It is just right. If you have a lady in your life, you should buy this fragrance. And the reason that I say that is because honestly, I feel like it's a good quality fragrance. And make no mistakes about it, I'm not a Tom Ford fanboy. I just like the smell good. I'm definitely not a Tom Ford fanboy. But I think this fragrance smells extremely good. I think whether it was marketed unisex or not, I think it can be unisex. Definitely think that both of you could wear it. Peeking at game day real quick. They don't never get Notre Dame a helmet sticker. No matter what the boys do, they ain't getting no helmet sticker. They can score 100 points and make 65 tackles. Notre Dame is not getting a helmet sticker. But for those of you who don't know, sweet with just the right amount of spice. Very, very good fragrance quality. I'm gonna waste the spray. I can't take it with me, no way. Bam! And I enjoyed wearing this. I didn't get any compliments on it, but I wore it to the doctor. And I didn't have to go, I went to the same doctor, but I didn't have the same receptionist. So the young lady that's always sniffing on me, telling me how good I smell, wasn't there. But I know people were smelling me because I kept hearing them and seeing them go, like I was on the elevator. You know, so I know that they was feeling me, but nobody said anything, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to say. You don't have to tell a person that they smell good. And I don't expect to get a compliment every time I leave the house, though oftentimes I do, especially if I go into an environment where there's a lot of women. One of them is going to say something, but it is what it is. But this is a good smelling fragrance. Now, do you need both? Do you need Noir Extreme and Noir Extreme Parfum? No, you don't. You don't. You don't. I think you can get the Noir Extreme cheaper, and it's probably your best option. But I was on vacation. They were running a sale, buy one, get the next one, so many percentages off. So I said, you know what? I did the math and compared it to what it would cost me to get it from Fragrance Net, I think. And it was just a few dollars more there than on Fragrance Net if I took the 2 bottles. So I, got one at a pretty good deal, overpaid for one, underpaid for the other, and it just balanced out. I think overall I may have spent $50 more, and I know $50 is $50. I get it. But when you're on vacation, do you really think about, money? You only take so many vacations, and at 48 years old, I don't know how many summers I got left. So I was there in the cologne shop. I was a little disappointed in that shop because they just didn't have a lot. And you have to be careful in those shops because they're really, really quick, and they're always trying to sell you colognes that they have marked up through the roof. It'll be stuff that you haven't heard of. Like it could be a bottle of Sensual Obsessions that they have sitting over there, and they're spraying it real quick, and they hit you with that card. Our bestseller, like they sprayed something by Mercedes for me, and the young lady that went on vacation with me, and the sales lady both were oohing and ahhing, and I'm smelling. I was like, man, it ain't nothing but Invictus. Y'all trying to charge me $75 for a bottle of Mercedes that smell like Invictus. I'm good. I'm like, no. And she's like, ooh, that smells good. I'm just looking at her like, you don't put that damn bottle down. Do you know who I am? Like, you can't get me with the okie doke. And then she would go spray another bottle or something. I'm just like, so I'm asking, like, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? And they're just looking at me like, no. And then they had a bottle of Creed in there. So I asked her, I said, what's the batch code on that Creed? And they all just kind of stopped and looked. And of course, nobody knew. I said, well, can I see it? And they were holding it. You would have thought it was something out of King Tut's tomb. They were just like, you're not supposed to open it. I'm like, it's unsealed. I mean, it's not like it's got cellophane on it. I'm like, so me opening it up, hey, who gonna know it was open? But it was just, But nonetheless, I took advantage and bought this and got this one 50% off. So the Great Veteran 50% off, so it was all good. But I don't think you need this and Tom Ford Noir Extreme, whichever one you like better. That's the one you should go with. Also, it could easily be a unisex fragrance, but I do think it leans more masculine. I used to think that fragrances like this leaned feminine, but the more time I spend with them and the more I wear them, I'm like, no, that's not feminine at all. Not feminine at all, but it is what it is. All right, guys, that's it, man. That's my rotation for the week. That is it. I'm going to wrap this up. Also, my email will be in the description box for those of you who are interested in purchasing a sample of any of this. I haven't said that in a couple of videos, so I just thought I would let you know. If you've been trying to get yourself a sample of this, I will gladly send you one, or a sample of this. I will gladly send you one. It's a real simple process. All my samples are 5 mils. You hit the Cash App, I hit the mailbox. Just that simple. You pay me Monday, I ship Monday. You know, as long as it's before the post office closes. Again, I'm not trying to get rich by doing this, but it does help the channel, and it does help me pay for some of the stuff that I purchased. All right, guys. That being said, I am going to get off of here, man. I hope you all had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Hope you all had a chill weekend. I've got one more video I'm going to shoot. So I'm going to get off of here, end this one, get it going in the right direction, and then start another video. So again, I love you all, and I really appreciate you all being the best part of this channel. It is not lost on me that there is 50,000 people doing reviews, and you could be anywhere watching any of them. I really appreciate you rocking with your boy. It means a lot. It means a lot. So I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.